morning from Monday to Friday, 8:30, right before the markets open. Thanks to Admirals, our lovely broker, that we can do this, and generous broker that we can do this every morning, that I have the chance to share my knowledge, my experience with you, so we can create new trading ideas. We can make a proper trade management, which is really important, because the entry is not the big problem. It's not the challenge, the entry, because if you have rules or any signals, something like this, that's not the problem. But what we should do if we are in loss, what we should do if we are in profit, most important, it's more difficult to handle the trades if you are in profit than in loss. And therefore, this is a big benefit and a big advantage of this morning briefing show, that we can handle and we can manage our trades together, or you see how I trade and manage my trades. So therefore, thanks to Admirals that we can do this every morning, and thanks to Nastia, she's opening the webinar every morning. I'm so sorry for her, because she has to listen to my words every single morning. Nastia, I'm really sorry for that. I hope you're still doing good. Drink your coffee or a little bit alcohol. It's got to be better, believe me. So we stream this show on we stream this show on YouTube at the same time. You'll find a button in the right corner. You can click on this button, then you can subscribe the channel. You can leave a comment if you want. You can give us a like if you want. So feel free to share your ideas with me also, and we can put it into the next shows maybe next week. Also, you can get in touch with me in the chat right now here on Zoom and on YouTube, or you can send me an email, something like this. Okay, let's stream. Here we go. Let's stream the show. Here we go. So then here are my guys too. Wonderful. Mike, George, good morning. Ron, also good morning. Janusz, Magdolna, just saying, Sigurds, I send you an email during the rest of the day. Please be patient, okay? Del, Karel, good morning. Rainer, Hartmut also. And of course, also Relaction, and Thomas, Afshin, Markus, Omar, nice to have you here. By the way, let me say something. I know I got a lot of notifications every day and every week, and sometimes emails from you. Please have a little bit more patience with me, because I'm a one-man show, and I'm a trader in the first place, and I have to coach my students. So please, it could take a while if I give you answer to emails, maybe 2-3 days. So please be patient, but I have it all on my list, and I work on that chronologic. I work on this day by day. So please be patient. All of you get your emails back. Okay. Thanks a lot for in the first place. So our top instruments of Admirals are Bitcoin, DAX 40, Dow Jones, Euro USD, and gold. And we want to analyze those in 4-hourly charts, especially DAX in 10 minutes too. And we have, of course, global market updates today this also. And the top news this morning, and this is a lovely site, you should have it on your list every morning. This is Moody's from yesterday, by the way, late in the evening, to withdraw ratings on Russian entities. Then correction to Beijing-based multilateral lender article on March the 3rd. And this is Compass Group sells operations in Russia. Yeah, and this is from yesterday, by the way. So what do we expect today about upcoming events? It's we have Friday. Here we go. It's UK Consumer Confidence Survey. That's already over. And monthly retail sales figures too. It's 8 o'clock. It's already over too. Okay, so let's focus and let's go to the charts. Before we do this, I want to invite you to our Telegram channel of Admirals. You'll find the link in the chat and on YouTube, of course, too. So if you have it on your phone or on your screen, then you can join the channel Admirals on Telegram, so you will never miss an episode, like how to navigate to Traders Room, my profile, something like this. This is really cool. By the way, that you in your Traders Room profile, you can change your email and something like this. So it's a cool thing to have a real account of Admirals. Then you have this wonderful Traders Room too. And if you're more a fan of Twitter, then of course you can follow Twitter Admirals Global also there. This is here on Admirals Global, by the way, and my name on Twitter is daytrader70. So let's go to the DAX 10 minutes. First of all, to have an overview where we are. You see, we are circling around the point of control. We are captured in a sideways phase, something like this. But the trend is still valid. So look at this one. This is my trend. So therefore, I opened yesterday position in DAX 10 minutes. I started to trade 10 minutes again. To catch this signal in the second trend arm, stop loss below the last 0.3. So just wait. There is no contrary signal. There's no downtrend right now, just only the one uptrend. So therefore, let's wait about the result. We will see what happens. So let's go to the top instruments, and we start with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, almost 5,000 points in profit. And what should I say? It's just rules, just really rules and just probabilities. You know, that's the second trend arm. You know, we talked about since weeks. It's the second trend arm. We opened a trade. It was, we had a first shot. It was this one. I closed the trade because I saw the price is not working for me, like sitting in the wrong bus. Then I got out. But this trend, or this, how should I say, the signal was still there because the rules are still there. So I opened the trade again, sold half the position to be safe, trailed the stop loss into profit. Everything is fine. And now look where we are, really, really close to the last 0.2, as I mentioned the rest of the week. I told you, we will reach the point of 0.2. This is a high probability, of course, no guarantee. That would be easy. So we work with probabilities, which means the human part is more important than rules, because the rules are clear. But to manage these things, to hold it out, these corrections, that's the human part. And therefore, as I always used to teach you and try to teach you, is the crucial point in trading is your money management. So decrease your money management in a stage where you really feel comfortable, where you can really, really say, I don't care about the single trade. I don't care. I don't care about the result. If it will be a winner, cool. If it's a loss, cool also. Because a technically correct loser is a part of the game. And every loser, which is technically correct, brings you closer to the next winner. This is probability. This is logic. Therefore, it's so important to handle your money. And in the future, I guess after reaching 0.2, I guess we will reach, maybe, I don't know, but maybe the point of control, which is up at $47,191 by one Bitcoin. So really cool. If you want, you can trail your stop about the smaller 0.3. That's a secondary trend. But I trade the main trend. Therefore, I leave my stop loss into the profits. I sold half the position, so just let it go. Maybe we will get more trend arms. I don't know yet. We will see. But to be a part of it, you have to leave it. You know, the 4 magic L's: logic, listen to the chart, let it go, let it run. Next one, Euro USD. We have an open position now too. It was also the first shot. I cut the loss because the price was not working for me, but we were still in the second trend arm. And you know, the second trend arm is still the duty to open the trend if you are trend follower. If you have other strategies, fine, then follow your own rules, by the way. But make sure that you have a back test, that you know that you can prove it with numbers, that your strategy is really working in the long run. So actually, we are here in a couple of 12 points in 12 pips in profit. Stop loss is below the last 0.3. So just for a moment, let it go. And by the way, the point of control is here up at 113.20. So first of all, we will reach the 0.2. We will see a trend continuation. And then in a further way, I guess we go back to the point of control. Just probabilities, no guarantees, okay? So then the next one is Dow Jones. And in Dow Jones, we have still an uptrend. That's the uptrend. Yes, here we go. Actually, there's not really a trend continuation. We are still in the third trend arm, but you see, we are going to continue the trend. No, we overcame the point of control, as I said. Just wait, and now you can speculate on a break on the upper side. That's really cool. But for me, the most important point that I can prove you again, that we came from the green zone and we went back to the point of control. This is not part of the rules. Let me repeat this every time. The point of control is not part of the rules. It's just an orientation for a proper trade management. This is why I show you this one. Let's check DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. And here is more easy because we have a lovely uptrend. And first trend arm, second one, and now we're on the third one. And by the way, look, point of control is up at 15,724 euros by one future contract. So let's see if we can continue the trend, finally, maybe at least reaching the edge of the fair price zone, because actually you see we are deep in the green zone. And you know, the point of control is one of the rarely cases of guarantees for private traders, because it's based on the historic volume. And finally, gold, but in gold, we are still in. And we have a small profit. And actually, we see a trend continuation right now. Here, you have a new 0.2. And yeah, let's see. Interestingly, where is the point of control? Let's see. Point of control is on the lower side. Here down at 1,782. But it's just an orientation, which means we have to be carefully with our long position. So yeah, if you see, just wait. We are not in rush, no reason for getting hurry, something like this. So just wait. We are a little bit in profit right now. Just wait if we see a trend continuation. And if the price is not working for me, then we trail the stop and we get out. But for the moment, we should realize that the green one is just a correction of the big one. And the main trend is facing downwards and is in direction of the point of control. But that was the second trend arm. We did it and we tried it. And we have to be careful. If the price is not working for me, we have to change. And we have to work on this short side also. Okay, so is there any good entry point right now for any chart? Actually, not really. All trades are running. All trades are running for the moment. Okay, so just have a look. Oil, of course. We can do this in oil. So basically, we have two trends in the oil chart. The main trend is facing downwards. Is this one. And there could be the trend is over, by the way. And actually, there is a trend break because that was the last 0.3. Okay, there is a trend break, which means we have just one single uptrend. And this is this one. Move, correction. And also there was the entry possibility, opportunity. And now you should be in profit right now. So maybe a stop loss is here, then you are in profit. You cannot lose money with the oil chart. But be carefully because the point of control is on the lower side. So we are really expensive. Everything can happen. It depends from the circumstances at the energy prices, something like this. Okay, that was the oil price. How do you get point of control? This is a special indicator. It's not free of charge, by the way. You can order it on my homepage. Or send me an email, type in my name online, you will find my homepage. So, or you send an email to Admirals and they will get it to me, then we can get in touch to each other. Okay, so before we come to the running trades, I have my Friday question for you, and this is really important. So the Friday question is, did you reach your own goals this week? Because, you know, the Monday question is, what are your rules? What are your goals this week? And Friday, also after 5 days, what can you say? Did you reach your own goals this week? Finally, yes, I did. Or no, I did not. Or I had no goals this week. So feel free to ask. Feel free to make your choice and be as honest as possible to yourself, which is really important. Okay, let's go to our trade management, because if you see the account, we are in profit with 1,443 euros for the moment. We are really cool in our equity. That's really cool. We are really, really cool on track for the moment. Okay, so let's start Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Actually, we hit a new 0.2. Really important. No trend continuation, but just a spike. The market wanted to see are buyers really able or willing to buy this really expensive price? And actually they said, no, not really. It's too expensive for the moment. And therefore just, in a little bit in a correction. The purple line means there is my soft stop. Hard stop is a little bit lower. So just let it go. Yeah, I know it's really hard not to look at the chart. This is the big challenge. And you know, let me show you this one. Look, on the bottom of the slide, on this side, you can see 78% of retail traders lose money. And in average, we are over 90%. So why is it? Is it a wrong strategy? Is it a chart? Is it the market? Who is responsible for so many losers in trading? No, it's not the strategy, because you see the strategy is working. And you can trade whatever you want. You can trade different strategies. And in the next weeks, I will introduce you to different strategies. You can see online, maybe, for example. But why is it so hard? It's me. It's always me. It's the person who is sitting in front of the screens. You know why? We are human beings. We are used to control most things in our life. You learn something new, you get an expert in these things, like speaking new language, Chinese, Thai, something like this. And after a couple of times, after 10,000 hours of trading or of training, you get you are an expert. And this is in a psychology, we have learned that the psychologist says, if you learn something new, 10,000 hours, you can do it. Like playing the violin, something like this, or learning a new language, like this. If you spend 10,000 hours, then you can assume that you're an expert, that you can handle this new hobby, this new music instrument like this. And the interesting part in this point is, after you are an expert and after you have this challenge, you mastered this challenge, you speak a new language, you play a new instrument, then you can do it all the time. Maybe you are not extraordinary talent, but you can speak a new language. You can play a new instrument. Maybe you are not Mr. How is his name? Mr. Garrett from the Master of the Violin. Yeah, maybe not this, but you can play and you can speak and you can handle a new hobby maybe. And then it's interesting, you do it and you know the result. If you push 1, you know result is B. If you do A, you get B all the time. This is human being. This is how we rise up in our life. And then now we come to trading. And you try to do the same. You learn it, you get some mentors, you visit webinars, whatever you do, you spend 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. Maybe some of you have more than 10,000 hours in the meantime. And now it's interesting. After 10,000 hours of training and training and training and training, you know what? If you do A, you don't know what's coming out. What's the result? Because it's not every time B. Sometimes you get C, D, E, F, G, the whole alphabet until Z. And you get never the same B, never ever. With every single trade, you will never know the result. And this is what makes us crazy all the time. And this is why 90% fail in trading. It's the human part. And therefore, I always try to speak about the logic in trading. Only if you get back to your human possibility and human ability to think in a logical way, then you have a great chance to master this kind of extremely challenging thing, because trading is one of the most challenging things ever. And this is the part. This is why it's so hard not to look at the chart. Why? Because we cannot control it. You can spend the rest of your life in trading. You can never control it on the right side of the chart. So you have to control yourself. This is really, really cool. Australian New Zealand dollar. We are up. I trailed, by the way, I trailed my stop loss into the profit because we had a big move and we came over the last highs. So therefore, let's see if we will get a trend or not. If not, then we get out with a little bit a profit, but we cannot lose money. So I trailed my stop loss into the profit. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, we were circling around the last 0.2. Actually, there is no contrary trend. We are in a profit. Everything is fine. Euro, Japanese yen, we had a new 0.2. Really big in profit. So I don't know if you are part of this, or maybe you have the same trades like me, which would be really cool, but I fear less of you have the same trades. I'm really proud of you if you do it. And I know that it's really hard. And if you're honest to yourself and to me, handling the profits is much more difficult than handling the losses. Because, you know, fear and greed and fear, it's always the same. And by the way, greed is just another word for fear. Fear is the most important emotion in our trading. So the point is, you have fear to lose money again. It's not greed. Greed is not a part of trading. It's always fear. You have fear because you see, oh, I'm in profit 520, and now, oh, how much money is it? Oh, check the account. This is what we are doing. Instead of Musa, give the responsibility to the market, trail the stop loss, because it could be really annoying if you get out right now and we see another 20 trend arms. I don't know what happens next. So we are in profit. You made money already. Everything is fine. Just let it go. I know it's hard. It's really, really hard. But once you planted this seed by watching yourself not to intervene into your trades. Once you planted this seed, you can repeat it again and repeat it again. But the first seed is coming from you. You have to watch yourself to planting this first seed in your subconsciousness. So British pound USD, we are a little bit in loss. We open the trade here. We are in the third trend arm. Point of control is quite far away, so just wait. New Zealand Canadian dollar still in profit. Nothing to do. As I said, look, there was a kind of resist zone here. And as I mentioned yesterday, the market, the price will be rejected here. It was a kind of prediction yesterday. I didn't know, by the way, just a kind of prediction based on probabilities all the time. New Zealand Swiss franc, new top, new 0.2 in the correction. Be happy that there is a correction. Be happy. Maybe you might say, Markus, you're an idiot. How can you say I should be happy about correction? Yes. You want to talk about it again? Dependent origination. Make a note in your handwritten diary. Dependent origination. Because a trend is depending from trend arms. And the trend arm is depending from a movement and, yes, a correction. If there is no correction, there can never be a trend arm. Is there no trend arm, we will never have a trend. And as a trend follower, I am happy if we have a correction, because every correction brings new buyers into the market. This is why we need corrections. I know it's stupid thinking. It's completely different thinking. No one will tell you this. Yeah, that's logic. No one is talking about logic, because logic leads to consequences, and no one wants to take over the consequences in his life, especially in trading. Look at this one, 600 pips. Could we know this before we start the trade? No, not me. Maybe you. Then you are all in. So I know online there are a couple of guys that said, oh, there were fundamental data in the past. They showed that this must happen. And you know, I have one argument. Okay, then I used to say to those guys, ah, you knew it. Okay, then I guess you're all in. What do you think the people tell me when I say then you're all in? Now, of course not. I'm not all in. Then I say, why not? Because you said right now to me, you knew it that this happens. Why you are not all in? You know, there's nothing to argument with me about this. Logic. Work with logic. So, Anchor, I know you have a lot of experience. Yes, I'm rich about experience, by the way. Therefore, please let me know if you are also scalping or you are only interested in swing trading. I don't scalp. Because why I don't scalp? It's really easy. As a private trader, I have to follow the law of probability. It's a law. So therefore, I can never miss a signal. Because if you work as a private trader, you have to work even in scalping with rules. Probability, number, rules. If, then, cause, effect. This is what we have, what I have to do. And as a result, you cannot miss signals. If you want to be successful in the long run, you have to make sure that you don't miss a signal. So I have webinars today. My clients are on the first place for me because I have to teach them. So I cannot manage scalping. So 10 minutes is the only part in one trade I can handle, because therefore I can make sure that I don't miss so many signals. But you see, the last 2 weeks, I couldn't make 10 minutes because I had so many things to do. So therefore, for me, it's not possible to scalp. And tell me one reason why I should scalp. Why? I make tons of money with all my accounts with swing trading without rush. without hurry. Why should I do this? So, but of course, it's possible to make money with scalping. Less people can do this, really, really less. So I'm not interested in scalping, by the way, but I can teach scalping, of course, by the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. It was a beautiful week. It was a really interesting week. I want to say thank you that you were a part with me. Thanks to Admirals that we can do this. And we had 44%, 46% that says, yes, I finally reached my goals this week. 36 said, no, I did not. And 80% says, I had no goals this week. So be happy if you reach your goals. Make a note if you haven't reached your goals. And if you said, I had no goals this week, you should think about it, because without any goals in life and trading, you will never reach anything. So therefore, it's very important to have goals, especially in trading. I wish you a lovely week and the rest of the Friday, of course. I hope we'll see each other next week again on Monday. Thanks to Nestia for your support. Thanks to Admirals. Thanks to all of you guys. Have a lovely Friday. Have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you. See you next week.